Good evening, all. Hearty welcome to National Level Seminar on Pitch to Brilliance, Exploring the Frontiers, organized by the Department of Computer Science in association with IQAC. Yesterday, 13th May 2024, we delved into machine learning, empowering intelligence, transforming tomorrow. Here are the key takeaways. Foundational concept of machine learning applications, the future of machine learning, ethical considerations of machine learning. Overall, the session highlighted the transformative potential of machine learning technologies in shaping the future and emphasized the importance of responsible development and deployment for creating positive societal impact.
Thank you, Miss Preeti. Let's seek the grace of God Almighty through a moment of silent prayer. Next, I would like to invite Ms. Gautami of 3rd BCA for welcome address.
Good evening all. On behalf of Christ College of Science and Management, I extend a warm welcome to Reverend Father James George CMI, Principal, Christ College of Science and Management. Professor S. Aartilakshmi, Head Department of Computer Science. Esteemed Speaker, Dr. Rashmi K.R. Participants and delegates to this prestigious national seminar titled Bits to Brilliance, Exploring the Frontiers of AI. On the topic, The Future of Programming, Prologue Using AI. It's indeed an honor to have each one of you with us today. Dr. Rashmi K.R. is a distinguished expert in the field of artificial intelligence and programming. Today, we are gathered here to explore the future of programming, specifically the integration of Prolog with artificial intelligence. This intersection opens up a plethora of possibilities and challenges. And Rashmi ma'am is here to guide us through this exciting journey. Through our expertise, we will gain insights into how Prolog, with its logic-based approach, can revolutionize the way we pursue programming, particularly in the realm of AI. We will learn about the potential applications, the challenges ahead, and the innovative solutions that lie on the horizon. Today's session promises to be enlightening, thought-provoking, and inspiring. We are fortunate to have her with us today to share her knowledge and expertise. Thank you for being a part of this seminar. I wish you all an engaging and rewarding experience.
Thank you, Ms. Gautami. It's with great pleasure that I invite Ms. Preeti of 1st BCA to introduce our esteemed resource person.
It is my pleasure to introduce our esteemed resource person for today's session, Dr. Rashmi K.R., who currently serves as Assistant Professor, Christ, deemed to be University, Bengaluru. She is an academician and holds a PhD in Computer Science from Mahatma Gandhi University, Kerala, where her research focused on ear biomechanics. She has completed one research project entitled and effectual heuristic methodologies for prediction of PhD. Her areas of interest are machine learning, AI, and deep learning. She has published 6 articles in various referred journals. Her areas of expertise are machine learning, artificial intelligence, deep learning. She achieved Best Paper Award certificate for presenting the paper on a deep learning method for autism spectrum disorder in track computational intelligence in food and healthcare in the year 2022. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Reshmi Kya to start the session on the future of programming prologue using AI. Please, ma'am.
Thank you, Preeti, and thank you, the whole Christ College, for welcoming to this FTP session. Is the screen visible? Can someone tell me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
thank
ma'am.
you.
It is visible.
Thank you. Thank you. My slides are also visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you. So, good afternoon, one and all present here. So, today we are going to discuss the topic prologue in artificial intelligence. How many of you heard the term prologue? Artificial intelligence is a buzzword. We are all nowadays we are familiar with this term artificial intelligence. I would like to know how many of you are know the programming language prologue. Okay, today I will delve into you the basics of programming language Prolog. We will do some demo sessions. I will show you some demos using one of the IDEs available, and you can understand a basic knowledge of what is Prolog and how it is used in artificial intelligence, and what is the difference of Prolog compared to other traditional programming languages like C, C++, and so on. So going on to my presentations. So, in today's world, technology is growing day by day, and one of the promising or booming technology nowadays is artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, the basic definition of artificial intelligence is it's a branch of computer science by which we can create intelligent machines which can behave like a human, think like a human, and able to make decisions. And we all know that there are 3 types of artificial intelligence. We are having narrow AI, general AI, and super AI. Narrow AI is also called weak AI, general AI is called strong AI, and yet to come is super AI. So, this what is the difference between these 3 terms in terms of artificial intelligence, and where we are now in terms of artificial intelligence now? So, from the figure, it's easily understand that we are in narrow AI only. We are here only, and we yet to cover as a human being. We yet to cover the general AI and super AI. And I will tell you what is the difference between narrow AI and general AI and super AI. So narrow AI, it's dedicated for one particular task. So whatever the innovation that made by human in terms of artificial intelligence, for example, we know that our voice recognition systems like Siri, Alexa, they're only used for voice recognition commands. They're dedicated for that one particular task itself. And we know the humanoid robot Sophia, and we are having the IBM Watson, the supercomputer. Then we are having the Netflix recommendation system, and whatever we are using nowadays, that comes under narrow AI. And after the advancement of our chat GPTs, GPT-4, GPT-3, etc., we are somewhat into general AI. But by 2040 or 2050, the scientists are developing. That means they are thinking that we will reach the general AI concept. And in general AI, we are building machines that perform like humans. That what you see in science fiction movies, that type of machine, that type of robots will come into existence. That's called general AI. It takes a lot of time to become general AI. And all the scientists, every day when we are hearing the term artificial intelligence, everyone is asking the question, is it a myth, is it good or bad? So this super AI, in super AI, we will develop a machine that is more intelligent than human. That part we are not able to predict. That part, it's still a concern, because if we are building a machine that is more intelligent than us, what will be the possibilities? So it will take a lot of years and lot of gaps to become to come from narrow AI to super AI. So now we are here in narrow AI or weak AI, that everyone knows. And last day's session, ma'am discussed about machine learning. So these three words are coming together: artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. In earlier days, we are using artificial intelligence, and artificial intelligence means development of smart systems and machines that can carry out tasks that typically require human intelligence. And after that, by 2000 or something, we are in the era of machine learning, where we are creating algorithm that learn from data and make decision based on patterns, and it requires human intervention when decision is incorrect. Yesterday you heard a lot about machine learning, supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning, like that. And in machine learning, you yesterday itself you studied that one of the most important thing is feature extraction. Feature extraction plays a most important vital role in machine learning. And now we are in the era of deep learning. Deep learning, there is no type of feature extraction, because we are in a age of large amount of data. That amount of data is not able to handle with our hands. So in order to handle that huge amount of data, we are using deep learning. Deep learning, we know that our brain is also processing with the help of neurons. So deep learning also uses the same concept. It uses an artificial neural network to reach accurate conclusion without human intervention. So we are somewhat here in deep learning from 2010 onwards. We are in the era of deep learning. Everyone is using deep learning. And these are some of the most common AI tools that are used by teachers and students nowadays. Nowadays, and I'm sure everyone is using ChatGPT. If even one teacher is giving you a program, you will suddenly type the question in ChatGPT. ChatGPT will give a detailed description about, or and even that it is not plagiarism. Also, it will give, if one student asks one question, that answer will be different for two others also. And Quillbot, most of the research scholars or students, even they are using Quillbot for paraphrasing. Then Adobe Express, Firefly, Grammarly, Otter, Fodder, Google Bard, Stepwise Max, Slide Goes. These are some of the common tools used by teachers and students. And everyone, you are thinking that we are using these type of GPTs or something generated by AI content every day, and we are not thinking about the drawback that is causing on the other side, because we are not able to understand, is there any drawback that is causing on the other side? For example, if you are generating an image using Adobe Express or Firefly or any type of AI generated content, it is said that the carbon dioxide emission that is produced from that type of machines is very large. And even it takes, for example, charging a mobile phone, it takes that much energy if you are generating an image using any of the GPTs like that. So these tools are very good aspects from our side, but there are some drawbacks in the back end also. And our topic is mainly prologue using AI. So first of all, I will tell you which are the these are some of the programming languages that is used in artificial intelligence. Of course, you heard the term Python. Why Python is more advantage compared to other languages? Of course, it's easy to learn, simple syntax, and it's open source. And lot of frameworks and libraries are available for Python for machine learning and deep learning. And another important language that used in artificial intelligence is our own very familiar Java programming language, and you can use Java for artificial intelligence. And this Prolog and Lisp, these two are not advanced or late. These are not new programming languages. These two are old programming languages. You all know that we are having different generations of computers, like first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation, and fifth generation. And after the fourth generation, the scientists wanted to develop, when it comes to fifth generation, the scientists wanted to develop a language for artificial intelligence. Then it comes the existence of the language called Prolog. And R programming, if you are very much interested in statistical related applications, this R programming is a better choice for you. And these are some of the, there are different languages also, and these are some of the few popular languages that is used in artificial intelligence. And coming to our topic, you all heard about procedural languages and object oriented languages. But programming language we can define in two ways mainly: procedural knowledge based and declarative knowledge based. When come to procedural knowledge based, we will tell the computer how to solve a problem. For example, if you want to find the sum of two numbers, we will tell the computer declare the two variables. You write the code for finding the sum of two numbers, you write the code for printing the sum of numbers. So all this step by step procedure is very common for all the programming language. So in procedural programming, you will tell the computer how to solve a problem. But declarative programming language is entirely different from procedural oriented programming. We will not tell the computer how to solve a problem. Rather, we will tell the computer what problem we want to solve. That is the difference between procedural and declarative programming. And you can see that Lisp, our artificial intelligence programming language, Lisp and Prolog are declarative programming language. There is no need to write the step-by-step procedures for solving the problem. Instead of that, we are doing in some other ways. I will tell you how we are doing programming in Prolog. So these are the two types of programming languages: procedural knowledge and declarative knowledge. Procedural knowledge, we will write the complete algorithm or complete code to write the problem. But in declarative programming language, we will tell the computer what problem we want to solve. And as I already told you that Prolog came into existence when we generated our fifth generation programming language, and the father of Prolog is Alan Clormer and Philip Russell. And the full form or acronym of Prolog is Programming in Logics. And this is very, very important. It's a logical and declarative programming language. You know that everyone, if you're a computer science background student, everyone will know that the logical programming, logical operators, every programming language is having logical operators. The logical operators answer is either true or false. So Prolog is a logical and declarative programming language. And it's a declarative programming language. This is very, very important in case of Prolog, because in Prolog it consists of a knowledge base which consists of facts and rules. And based on these facts and rules, we query the system. To obtain the solution, the user must ask questions rather than running a program. Instead of running a program, you should ask questions based on the knowledge and facts. You should ask questions to the Prolog interpreter. The interpreter, when you ask questions, it searches the database of facts and rules, and it will give you the answer based on that. Sometimes it will give you the logical answers. Either if that query is already existing in the database, it will give true or false. Otherwise, it will give you the correct answer. When a question was asked to the Prolog interpreter, then to determine the answer, the runtime system searches through the database of facts and rules. This is the basics of Prolog. And these are the application areas where we are using Prolog nowadays. We can use Prolog in robot planning, natural language understanding, machine learning, problem solving, intelligent database retrieval, and expert system. And now we are delve into what is Prolog, how we are able to write Prolog programs, and I will show you the demonstration, how we are able to query the Prolog, that type of things. So this is very, very important. A Prolog program consists of two parts. First is facts and rules, and based on the facts and rules, we can query this knowledge base. We can query the knowledge base using query interpreter. And everyone is familiar with predicate calculus in mathematics, or if you are using logical operators also, we are familiar with these terms. In predicate calculus in mathematics, we are using and using this symbol. And in Prolog, remember, and is represented by using comma. This thing you have to remember very clearly. In Prolog, and is represented using comma, or is represented using semicolon in Prolog, if we are using colon with a hyphen. If we are using if in Prolog, we can use it using colon with hyphen, not the same as not only. So these are the most important symbols we are using in Prolog. If you want to use and, conjunction and, you can use comma. If you want to use or, you can use semicolon. If you want to use if, you can use colon with hyphen. And if you want to use or, you can use semicolon. If you want to use or, you can use or,
Yes. Rishmi ma'am. Sorry for the technical inconvenience. Please wait. Hello, ma'am. Your voice is not audible, ma'am.
okay. Ayesha ma'am, from where my voice is not audible, I am not able to understand that thing, ma'am. From which?
In Google Meet,
In,
ma'am, your voice is not audible. Just now it's audible, ma'am.
It is audible now.
is it
Now it is
audible?
audible, ma'am. Previously, just for 2 minutes, something struck, ma'am.
Okay, if there is that type of problem, can you please inform me?
Huh.
When ma'am called me, can you
Huh, huh.
please inform that time itself?
Uh,
Okay,
Rashmi,
okay, ma'am.
ma'am, you were
Fine.
explaining about prologue, predicate calculus and prologue, what symbols to be used for and or.
Okay, ma'am, thank you.
When you are repeating that, it has got disconnected, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Now I'm not switching on my camera, maybe because of internet connectivity or thing. I'm not switching on my camera, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am, that's
Huh.
fine.
Yeah,
Please
Okay,
share the
it's
screen.
audible, ma'am.
Yeah.
okay,
Huh,
thank
sure.
you, thank you.
Ma'am, please share the PPT.
Okay, okay. Is it visible now?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Shall I need to repeat that thing, that part, ma'am, or is that okay?
No, no need, ma'am.
Okay,
No
okay,
need, ma'am.
okay. Thank you. So,
Ma'am,
yeah,
there has been a query tries to repeat that part again, ma'am.
which part? That knowledge based part.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So whenever we are using Prolog, we need to create a knowledge base in Prolog. Knowledge base means knowledge base consists of facts and rules. This facts and rules we are writing in knowledge base, and based on the facts and rules, we are querying the database. So these three terms are very, very important in Prolog: facts and rules and query. And for prologue, we are using our predicate calculus. Everyone is familiar with the predicate calculus. If you are using and operator, you should use prologue, comma. This is the symbol if you are writing program using prologue and it is represented using comma, or it is represented using this thing. And if it is represented using colon with hyphen and not operator using not. That's the thing I explained. Everyone got it? I think. Okay.
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
everyone will get an idea when I explain the example. And before explaining what is facts, rules, queries, everything, I will show you based on a demo example. Then you can understand it fast better. So everyone, is it clear? This example, Adilakshmi ma'am, is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then these are some of the facts. For example, if I'm writing like this, Charlie is a dog. This is a fact. And Milo is the name of a cat. John is a boy. Mary is a girl. These are called facts. If you're writing a sentence like this, these are facts. And this is a rule. So a prologue consists of some facts and rules. And together it is called knowledge base. So the rule is like this. X means it can be anything. If you are writing any capital letter, this thing you have to remember clearly. If you are writing any capital letter in capital letter, first letter, anything you write it as capital, it means it's a variable. That means it can take any value. So if I'm writing a sentence like this, it means that X is a human. X can be anything. It is a human if X is a boy or X is a girl. This is one rule. And another rule is, in this example, another rule given is X is an animal if X is a cat or X is a dog. So these are the simple wordings that we are using in nowadays. Charlie is a dog, Milo is a cat, John is a boy, Mary is a girl. And generalize, if you are writing, you should remember, you should write with capital letters. So here normally in mathematics we are writing x and y. That's why in this example also I written like this. X is a human if X is a boy or X is a girl. X is an animal if X is a cat or X is a dog. So I'm going to write the prologue program for this. So normally if you want to install some prologue interpreter in your computer, the better one is SWI prologue. You can download, it's a free version. You can download the prologue, or otherwise you can use any IDEs. Now I am using this IDE and I am writing the program. So is it visible? This is IDE. Is it visible, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now you can see that here you can write the here in this area you can write the facts and rules, and here you can query the database. So I'm first going to write the facts and rules. So our first fact is Milo is a cat, something like that. What is that fact? Charlie is a dog, Milo is a cat. So I'm going to write this. So everyone remember, in all the programming languages, comment is important. Since in some interpreter the comment starts with, in this interpreter the comment start with percentage symbol. So I'm writing percentage as comment. So I'm writing some facts. So in this example, these are the facts. Charlie is a dog, Milo is a cat, John is a boy, and Mary is a girl. And in prologue, facts, you have to remember, facts always begin with small letters. Variables only begin with capital letters. So our first fact is Charlie is a dog. I can write like this in prologue like this. So dog name is Charlie. You can write in any way. And you should remember, after every statement, you should end with dot. So dot is the terminating of every fact. So dot is very, very important. So remember, fact first rule is you should start with small letter and you should end with dot. So this is the first fact. The next fact is Milo is a cat. So my cat name is Milo. You should end with dot. Then another fact is one boy name is I am given. John is a boy, so boy is John, and Mary is a girl. So these are the facts. And in my example, I given two rules. These are the rules. X is a human if X is a boy or X is a girl. So I'm writing the rule like this. Again, better if you, any of the programming language you are using, better you should start with a comment. So there are two rules in my programming. The rules are X is a, what is, X is a human. So X is a human. Remember, X can take any value. It's a variable. So it should start with capital letter. These rules you have to remember. X is a human. How we can represent if in prologue? Using colon hyphen. This is X is a human if. This means that it is if. In prologue, if is represented using like this symbol. X is human if X is a boy or X is a girl. So you can represent like this. X is a boy. Or how we can represent in prologue? You can use comma or semicolon. Semicolon we can use if X is a boy, or you can use and. If X is a boy and X is a girl, it's a human. So it should also end with dot. Another rule is X is an animal uh, if it's a cat, if it's X is a cat and X is a dog. You can use and or. It's up to you. If it's a boy or a girl, or if it's a cat or a dog, it's an animal. So this is our knowledge base. This knowledge base in prologue, the knowledge base consists of facts and rules. First, you have to prepare the knowledge base, and next part is instead of running and everything in program, we are writing the code and everything, and we will give the input like that. But in prologue, we are querying the system. For example, I already told you that it's a declarative programming plus logical programming language. So the answer will be always true or false since it's a logical programming language. So this is the query editor. I am asking the query like is girl Mary. I'm asking prologue, is girl is a Mary. So it will search the database and it will check whether that query or anything related to that query is there. It's already given girl is a Mary. Then we run it. You can see that it returns true. So if I'm giving animal, girl, human, if I'm giving human of Milo. So we know that Milo is a cat, it's not a human. So definitely Prolog will search the database based on the facts and rules and it will return the answer. So you can see that it returns false. So it will searches the facts, and so our aim is first you have to create the knowledge base with facts and rules and you have to maximum query the database. Then I'm asking if human Mary or human John. It will searches the database and it will return true or false. Now everyone got what is a fact, what is a rule, and what is query.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now I will show you the PPT, what is a fact, what is a rule. Now you can easily understand. So you have to remember the rules, what are the fact rules, what are the variable rules, that type of things. So this thing we explain. So facts, in prologue, we make some statement by using facts. Facts act as an explicit relationship between objects and properties these objects might have. In prologues, facts are assumed to be true. If you are querying something, whatever statements you are given, it is assumed to be true. They are used to provide the main purpose of fact is to provide the interpreter with information about the problem domain, and the interpreter will use these facts to automatically infer solution to the problem. When you are given a query, the interpreter will automatically take these facts and rules to give the solution. And these two rules are very, very important. Facts always begin with small letter and it should end with dot, and facts are written using a predicate name followed by a list of arguments enclosed in parentheses. I will show you another example. So if you are having a predicate with lot of arguments, you have to use parentheses and you can use comma to separate all these arguments. I will show you another example. So this is facts. Facts always begin with small letter. Then facts should end with, everything should end with dot. Then so these are some of the facts. Now you can easily understand that the meaning of this is if I write like this: hair is black, Rottweiler is a dog, Julie likes apple, A likes Kevin, Julie likes B. This A can be anything. If you are writing a capital letter, that means that it can be anything, everyone. like in mathematics, if you are studying predicate calculus, you can study, you will know that all men are mortal, some that type of statements you have already familiar with this with. So this capital letter, every capital letter, it indicates that it's a variable and it can take any values. So it's the statement, if you write like this, if you see any prologue statement like this, a comma Kevin, this a can be anything. So everyone likes Kevin, Julie likes everybody. Then if you write a statement like this, B like everyone likes Julie, and so this comma means that it's and everyone likes Julie and Julie likes everyone. Then Julie likes apple, or if you are using semicolon, it means that it's a or. If Julie likes apple or Julie likes oranges, and you can, I already told you that not is represented directly using not Julie comma pasta. Julie doesn't like pasta. Then you can represent statements using commas. So France is the capital of Paris. So these type of things are called facts. Remember, facts always begin with small letters. And next is rule. Rule contain if statement. So this symbol, this colon hyphen is used to represent rule or if statement. So rule act as an implicit relationship between objects. In prologue, rules are logical statements that describe the relationship between different facts. They are used to specify the condition that might be met in order for a certain facts to be true. Rules are written using this predicate name followed by a list of arguments, then if statement. This if statement is very very important for rule. So this example, it shows you can easily understand that X is an animal if X is a dog or X is a cat. I already shown you that example. X is a human if X is a boy or X is a girl. So these are called rules. So remember, prologue contains facts and rules. And the final thing we have to do is, in prologue, we have to query the database. We can ask maximum questions to the database. In prologue, query is the action of asking the program about the information which is available within its database. When I already told you that there is an SWI prologue. That prologue interpreter, if you want to ask some query, you should start with question mark hyphen. In some interpreters, this if you want to query, you have to use question mark hyphen. But in some interpreters, there is no need of that. But you have to remember this thing also. In some textbooks, it clearly written that you have to, if you want to use query, it should start with question mark hyphen. So the system, when you ask queries, the system responds to the query with S if the database information is consistent to answer the query, or it will return true. Using the available database information, we can also check that the program is capable of proving the query true. No indicate that the prologue is not able to deduce any result from the available information. So either it will return true or false. And I already told you that variable can take any values. Variables are used to represent values that can change or be determined by the interpreter. They are written using a name that begins with an uppercase letter. Variables can be used in both facts and rules to represent the values that are not known at the time of program is written. So if you want to generalize anything, you can use variables in prologue. It should start with capital letter. So up to here, any doubts you are having? Then I will show you some different examples of prologue. I think I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So a prologue consists of facts, rules, and queries. Then another example is Mary likes John, John likes Mary, Adam likes Mary. X and Y are friends if X likes Y and Y likes X. Now I am writing the prologue query for this. You just think in your mind. So Mary likes John. So likes is the predicate. So there are two arguments, Mary and John. So another predicate is likes John and Mary. It is having like consist of two arguments, John and Mary. You have to separate using comma. Then Adam likes Mary. Then X and Y are friends. So friends predicate, it consists of two variables, X and Y. If X likes Y and Y likes X. Now I am going to write the prologue program for this. Mary, John, John, Mary, Adam. So I think this is visible. So this is our facts. So our fact is Mary likes John. So likes, Mary likes John. You should end with dot. Another fact is John likes Mary. So you can see that you have to, if there is more than arguments, you have to separate using comma. So John also likes Mary. Then another argument is Adam likes Mary. Adam. So these are the facts. Then there is only one rule in that example. X and Y are friends if X likes Y and Y likes X. So the rule I can be able to write like this. Friends is the thing. X and Y, it can be anything. It can be Mary, John, Adam, anyone. So X and Y, here I am representing using variables. So I represented using capital letters. X and Y are friends if is represented using colon hyphen. If X likes Y, X likes Y, and Y likes X. So these are the facts and rules for the database. Then I'm querying the database. I'm asking whether friends, I'm asking whether Mary and Adam and Mary are friends, or Adam and John are friends. There is no available information in the database. You can see that Adam and John, when it searches through the rules and facts, there is no relationship between Adam and John, even in the rule and facts. So it will return false. When I ask the query if there is any, if Mary and John or Mary or John is their friends, Prologue will give the answer. Okay, I have given the same statement. That's fine. Mary likes John, and next is, so you can see that I have Mary likes John like this. John likes Mary. I have written the same statement. So since I have used and operation, it will give the error. So second statement is John likes Mary. So it will checks whether X likes Y and Y likes X. You can see that it returns true. So it's a logical declarative programming language. Declarative in the sense it consists of facts and rules. Logical in the sense for some queries it will return true or false. But there are other queries it will return the answer also that I will show you. So this example is over. Then I will paste this example directly. So these are the facts. John like pizza, John likes spaghetti, John like burger, Mary likes pizza, Bob like burger. And this is our rule. Uh, John likes any food if X is a food, and X is a foodie if X like pizza or X like this spaghetti. So if X is a foodie, if any variable X, if he's a foodie, if he likes pizza or spaghetti. So I am asking the query, John likes which food? To find who is foodie, or I want to know who is foodie here. So in this example, who is foodie? Foodie means one is foodie if he likes pizza or if he likes spaghetti. So based on the facts and rules, foodie John. Yeah. So I'm asking the query foodie of. Can ask like this foodie. It can be any variable it can take. So I'm asking who is foodie. So it should end with dot. So when you run it, it searches through the, so some error it will happen. But anyway, it will give the answer. Maybe based on my copy paste only, it created the error. But anyway, here it gives the answer. John, it's given. It will based on the facts and rules. It will give the answer. Since I copy pasted, maybe some issues happen. But if you ask query, if there are more foodie like this, you can use semicolon. It will return. No, you can see that there is only one foodie here. John is only the foodie. And if you want to query like this, if you want to find who likes pizza, so if I want to find who are the persons that like pizza, I can query like this. Likes which person, it can be anything, which person likes pizza. So you can see that pizza is liked by two persons, John and Mary. So when you query like this, it will give John. But we know that there is one more answer, pizza. If you want to find more than one answers, remember you have to use semicolon. That means or it can be more than one is semicolon in the query prompt. Then when you run it, you can see that the answer will be whatever be the answers it will give. So X is John and X is Mary. So these statements we are not directly given. Based on the facts and rules, the prologue is inducing these things. So we are not giving foodie. Who are the foodies? So based on the facts and rules, it will check the database and it infer the solutions. Not only returns the true or false answers, but it returns the correct answers also. So for example, in this example, who all are the persons who like pizza, it will list. Normally it will return only one result. If you want to list out more result, you have to use semicolon. This thing you have to remember. Then I will give you another simple application example. One of the possible example of an AI application in Prolog is a simple diagnostic tool for medical condition. In this example that I have given, the Prolog program could define a set of rules and facts about different medical conditions and their symptoms. So if some symptoms are there, these are the medical conditions. So, and based on the rules and facts, we have to diagnose a patient's condition based on the reported symptoms. And in the given example, there are 4 medical conditions: flu, allergies, and common cold. And there are some symptoms also. I will show you the example. So these are the 4 symptoms. If it's a flu, so not symptoms, these are the conditions. If it's a flu, there are 4 conditions. Flu is there, allergy is there, cold is there, not 4, 3 is there. Flu, allergy, and cold. If these are the symptoms like fever, headache, body aches, cough, sore throat, runny nose, there is a symptom of flu. And if it is sneezing, watery eyes, runny nose, itchy eyes, there is a symptom of allergy. And if you are having sneezing, watery eyes, runny nose, cough, and sore throat, there is a symptom of cold. Then this is the rule given in the database. If X can be anything. If X has condition C, it has symptom. If it has symptom C comma, if it has symptom C for X. So I am querying this based on this database. I am querying who all are the persons that is having sneezing. So it will check the database and it will, not it will, who all are the person, who all are the conditions having sneezing. So it will check the database. Sneezing, it comes in, if sneezing is there, there is a condition of allergy. If sneezing is there, there is a condition of cold. So it will return both the answers if you are using semicolon. If you are not using semicolon, if you are using this condition only, it will return allergy. So this is another simple example that shows what is the use of query. Then I will show another example also. This semicolon you have to remember, otherwise you will not get the. Otherwise, I will show this example also. So, and we are. So these are the facts, and this is the rule, and I am asking the query as condition sneezing comma x. So in the query interpreter, I'm asking which is the condition having sneezing. So it will return only allergy because it will return only one answer. If you want to get more than one answer, you have to use semicolon. So it will return, there are two conditions, allergy and you can see that's allergy and cold. So it will return allergy and cold. Then I will show another examples. I'm not going to demonstrate this example, but you can easily understand this example. So based on the facts and rules, you can see that burger is a food, sandwich is a food, pizza is a food, sandwich is a lunch, pizza is a dinner, and this is the rule applied. Excessive meal if excessive food. Then I'm querying this data. Food of pizza. What will be the answer? Is pizza a food? Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am, visible.
So I'm querying the database. Food pizza. What will be the answer? Any audience? So it will
True.
search.
It will return true, right?
Yes, it will return true. Yeah. It will search the database whether there is facts and rules associated with it. Definitely there is a food pizza there. So it will return true. Then next query I am given is meal, excessive meal and X is a lunch. It will check whether there is a whether there is a food item which is a meal and lunch. So based on the facts given, it will search whether there is any food item which is a meal and lunch. X is a meal if it's a food item. So any food item can be considered as meal. So based on the rule, any food item can be considered as a meal. So any food item, burger, sandwich, pizza, it is a meal, and it should also be a lunch. So you can see that sandwich is a food and sandwich is a lunch. So it will return the answer as sandwich. And dinner sandwich, it will if I'm querying like this dinner sandwich, it will search the database. There is no predefined fact like dinner sandwich. When you use rule also, there is no inference we will get, so it will return false. So these are the answers. Food pizza, it will return true. Meal x comma lunch x, it will return which food is meal and which food is lunch. So any food is meal, so it will return sandwich. Dinner sandwich, there is no inference we will get from the facts and rules, so it will return false. So, and this is my last example. This example below is a students and professors relationship. So Charlie studies in the CSE 135, Olivia CSE 135, Jack this subject, this subject with the Collins, Juniper. These are the facts. These are the students, and these are the teachers. For example, Kirki, she teaches only CSE 135. Collins, he teaches two subjects, CSE 131 and CSE 171. And Juniper, he teaches CSE 134. And this is the rule that's applied. If X is a professor of Y, if X teaches C and Y studies C. So this is the rule applied. Then we are querying the database. Studies Charlie what? Studies Charlie what? So what, you can see that this is a capital letter. So it can take any values. It's a variable. So it will searches the database. It will search what Charlie is studying. So of course it's seen that Charlie is studying CSE 135. So it will return CSE 135. Then next query is uh, who are the students of Professor Kirki. So it will Professor Kirki. You can see that based on the facts, Professor Kirki he teaches CSE 135. So CSE 135. Who are the students? Charlie and Charlie and Olivia are the students of CSE 135. So it will return the answers Charlie and Olivia. So based on the facts and rules, you can query anything to the database in Prolog. So this is about Prolog. So Prolog consists of facts and rules, variables and queries. And now talking about the careers in artificial intelligence, there are numerous opportunities for you students. You can be a robotic scientist, big data engineer, BI developer, data scientist, ML engineer, product manager, AI research scientist. Your scope is unlimited because now we are in the era of artificial intelligence. And if you study of any of the programming languages, especially if you are very much interested in Python and all, your scope is unlimited. You can get job anywhere, and these are some of the careers. And coming to my conclusion, in conclusion, Prolog is a powerful and flexible language for developing AI applications. And Prolog uses pattern matching mechanism, backtracking strategy that searches for possible solutions, and it uses uniform data structures from which programs are built. And Prolog is widely used for AI programs, especially it's used for expert systems. And if you students are wanted to explore more in Prolog, you can download SWI Prolog. It's free. You can download it, and you can write your own facts and rules, and you can uh, query the interpreter maximum, and you can get maximum solutions from the interpreter. I know this time is very limited. Within 1 hour, this is the topic I'm able to cover. If you have any queries or something, if you are having any doubts, you can ask me. Thank you. Any doubts, you can ask me.
Thank you, ma'am, for a wonderful session. Now it's time for Q&A session and feedback. Please feel free to ask any questions or share your feedback. You can utilize chat box also to ask any queries for resource person. Ma'am, there has been a query that it was an informative session. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Good evening, ma'am.
And good evening, Soha.
I'm Zoha from second BCA. I
Okay.
found the session was very extremely useful and reflective, ma'am. It
Okay,
was
thank you.
it was helpful to understand the integration of Prolog with AI. Like it was very worthwhile and very timely session for everyone. Thank you so much for the wonderful session, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Soha.
Uh, Rashmi ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Adilakshmi,
Uh,
ma'am.
yeah, ma'am. It's really, really superb. It's simple and easy way to understand the prologue. Ma'am, I have one query. Like
Yes, ma'am.
currently, AI is occupied everywhere, and
Yes, ma'am.
a certain process which we were using it before manually, it is being digitized, and knowingly or unknowingly, every process is being integrated with AI.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And relevant to this prologue, I like what are the logic based AI applications currently in trend? So
Ma'am, now
that
compared this prologue, most probably we are using expert system, ma'am.
okay.
Nowadays, since this Python, since it is free and open source,
Mm.
and lots of packages built in Prolog, we have to develop some queries and like this. But in Python, built-in packages are available for machine learning, deep learning. So nowadays, everyone is using Python more, ma'am.
Okay.
This Prolog, its existence is from our that fifth generation onwards. But now also we are using like our COBOL. Even now IBM is also using COBOL. Like
Cobol.
that,
Okay.
Prolog existence is also there, ma'am.
Okay. Ma'am, like in normally in the websites we are using the chat bot, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
that's an AI app.
Yes,
So, my like, is it using the logic-based AI?
maybe, ma'am, maybe,
Okay.
maybe.
So, because
Yes,
it's
yes,
been trained with a limited
yes,
questions, right?
yes, 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 yes.
Okay, 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 fine.
And yesterday, someone asked, "What is deep learning?" Something like that. Uh,
Vijayalakshmi ma'am has asked yesterday.
okay, shall
Yeah,
I? Because my area is deep learning.
yeah, ma'am.
Vijayalakshmi,
Please,
ma'am.
please.
Okay, okay, sure, ma'am. Is the screen visible?
Yes, ma'am. It's visible now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think this is visible.
Currently, screen is not visible,
Madam,
ma'am.
your
Not
screen
visible.
is not visible.
Okay, okay, I will. But stop sharing. It's given. I will once again share the screen.
Okay, ma'am.
Is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, visible.
Okay, so I will take a simple example to identify the difference between machine learning and deep learning. For example, I given an input as cat, and my system, it should predict whether it's a cat or dog or something. It should predict if it's a cat. It should predict yes or no or something. So in machine learning, what plays major role is its feature extraction. So if it's a cat, we have to give cat is having these features, like its size should be like this, its fur it is having fur, some features you have to give to the database. And also machine learning, the size of the data set should be very limited. For example, if you are considering 1000, 2000, 3000, also it's very limited in the sense, because now we are working in a data of huge amount of data. So if it's below 1000 or 8000 or something, it's considered as machine learning. Then we have to extract the features, and you can use, yesterday as ma'am told, you can use different classification algorithms for classifying whether it's a cat or dog based on the so here in machine learning, feature extraction, if you selected features, suppose if you are having 100 plus features, and if you are using any feature reduction techniques, or also that feature extraction plays a major role in machine learning. And apart from this, deep learning is entirely different. If you are using images in deep learning, we are using a framework, everyone knows, it's CNN, convolutional neural network. And the main idea of deep learning is our brain itself. So our brain consists of neurons, like that our deep learning consists of different neurons. And here itself, feature extraction, there is no separate feature extraction in deep learning. You are just giving an input, and the module itself, and the deep learning module itself will perform feature extraction and classification, and we will finally get the output. There is no separate feature extraction. What happens is that when you are giving when you heard about artificial intelligence, you heard the terms neuron. It consists of some inputs, outputs, and some biases. So here I am giving the input as this cat. So finally it goes through some neural networks, and it will get the output. Suppose the output predicted is a dog or something. Definitely we know that we have given an input as cat, and the output predicted is dog. We know that there is an error, so it will reiterate, or backtracking. You heard the term backtracking. It will reiterate and enter. It will reassign the weights and biases. Again, these weights and biases, it will give new values. Initially we will give some random values, and we will check whether the input is correct with the output. If it is wrong, again it will reiterate, and from the starting itself it will give another new weights and biases till we get the correct output. So that's the main difference between machine learning and deep learning. And in deep learning, we are using transfer learning, because there are different deep learning models, that like AlexNet, TrustNet, VGC16, that is trained on large amount of data set, even 1000, 10,000 image of data set. And that model you can use your own application. from the student perspective or something. If you want to use some application for your own, you can use the pre-trained models available, and you can use it for your own applications. Okay. Any other doubts regarding Prolog?
Yes, ma'am, there has been a query raised that can Prolog be used for supervised and semi-supervised learning mode for AI? Because from what I understood, it is functioning on the facts and rules that are
Yes.
already established and not taking in new inputs.
Yeah, supervised learning, what we have given in supervised learning, we are given if exists, we are already giving the output during training time. If this is the thing, it can be, but supervised learning, we are what if exists some inputs is given, training time we are predicting this is the output. So we can use, but normally we are using for supervised learning our algorithms like base classifier, because it's a two-class classification problem, KNN, A base, like that. Only for supervised learning we are using. Unsupervised your learning, usually we are using our clustering applications. Prolog is only used for our logical related queries, because if your answer is either true or false, you can use, definitely you can use Prolog. But if you want to identify some other things, you can use our supervised and unsupervised machine learning platforms.
Okay, ma'am,
What are
thank
the
you.
functions of Prolog, ma'am? As per you said, we can use this in AI. That what it will function in AI, ma'am.
Based on our facts and rules. For example, if you want, for example, I gave you that medical application domain. Like that, if you are taking your own domain, you can write your own queries, and based on your facts and rules, it will work.
Ma'am, what type of programming language it is? Whether it is object oriented
No,
or
no, no. I already
different
told
one?
you it's a programming language. It's a declarative programming language. Declarative programming, it's a logical and declarative. Declarative in the sense, Prolog and Lisp are the only programming language that is declarative, which consists of facts and rules. Object oriented, it's not an object oriented. It's not comes under procedural oriented also.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next, I invite Ms. Gautami of 3rd BCA for vote of thanks.
As we come to the close of this enlightening section on the topic The Future of Programming Prologue Using AI, as a part of the national seminar on Bridge to Billion, Exploring the Frontiers of AI, it's my privilege to extend a heartfelt vote of thanks to our esteemed resource person, Dr. Rashmi ma'am. Your profound insights into the integration of Prolog with artificial intelligence have provided us with a glimpse into the future of programming and its potential applications. Your expertise and passion for the subject have undoubtedly inspired all of us. We are grateful for the valuable knowledge you share, shedding light on how Prolog, with its logic-based approach, can harness the power of AI to solve complex problems and pave the way for innovative solutions. Your engaging presentation and clear explanations have made the topic accessible to all participants regardless of their background in programming. We also appreciate your willingness to address questions and share your expertise, further enriching our understanding to this fascinating subject. Once again, thank you, Rashmi ma'am, for your valuable contribution to our seminar. Thank you.
Thank you. And I want to express my
Dear
special
part,
thanks to Marin. 1 minute, Marin. I want to express my special thanks to Reverend Father Chins, the principal, Adilakshmi ma'am, and Marin, and my student Vaishak for inviting me for this presentation. Thank you all. I'm also a part of this your institution. I am also a part of your sister. I'm also a sister institution part like Shantigiri College. I'm very happy to be a part of Christ College, Malo. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Dear participants, a feedback link has been provided through the chat box, which will remain active for the next 15 minutes. We kindly request you all to take a moment to fill out the feedback form as your input is invaluable for our continuous improvement. Once you have submitted your feedback, an e-certificate acknowledging your participation will be emailed to you. We will convene for the next session on synergizing big data and AI, illuminating insights tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. Thank you all.